You're listening to the Emo Metal Gamers Podcast.
Welcome to another episode of Evil Metal Gamers Podcast.
It's getting better.
It is. You see, I changed it around, and you're not criticizing.
No, I am criticizing. I did this just to be a dick, to criticize, because the intro sucks.
Well, you can fucking do it. I told you to pick a song, too, and you didn't do one.
I told you what we should do for a song. No, I told you what to look for, and you didn't look for
Guys,
it. So
please, if you don't like the song, I'll change it around. Let the audience email or post it on Twitter, and I'll change it around.
it sounds like Jingle Bells in the Hood.
Well, nobody's complaining. Nobody's complained yet.
Doom, 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 doom,
Well,
doom,
go ahead, pick one, sir. Pick one. Okay, going back. Welcome to another episode of Evil Metal Gamers Podcast. Today is December 20th.
It's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday, and I still post on the Fridays. So don't worry, guys. You'll still get it on Fridays. But like I said, if the president's shot on Thursday and we don't cover it, it's because we did this on Wednesday.
And I'm not guilty.
So please don't email us why we didn't talk about a specific news. We're doing this on Wednesdays now.
I'm Frank Berna.
Yes, and I'm Jose Roldan.
Thank you, Dick.
What was that for?
Every episode, you have to introduce yourself.
Whatever. You just did it. Why didn't you do it before?
I did it.
Okay. See, now people are uncomfortable who are listening for the first time.
I don't care.
Well,
You should have been here from the beginning.
They're probably uncomfortable.
I'm not bringing people up to speed with how we are.
Yeah.
You either love us or
They're
you
probably
hate us.
They're used to us. They're like, oh, here we go again with the intro.
Love us or hate us. Don't give a damn.
Where you can hear your weekly
News about nerd stuff.
Oh, God. I'll cut that. You know what? I'm going to leave it.
There you go.
I had to cut a couple of things, like the funeral comment.
About Leia dying.
No, that wasn't the one I cut.
Regardless.
About the sober. That one I cut. You guys would have liked it, but I think I pushed it too much. And we're going to start off with some news, I guess. I'm waiting to see if Frank has like 100 news that I don't know of. So today I went into Steam. I turned it on. I went to get my 1.0 update of PUBG, which they said, I'm 100% sure all the news said December 20th. And when I put Steam on, it has a timer for 12 hours. So I don't know if they put that timer on them, like Bluehole, like you have 12 hours.
You better get your shit together.
You better get your shit. And, they're scrambling around like students on the final.
Yeah, that's what I picture.
Right before the class. Because I have never seen a timer. Never. I've been with Steam now for 3 years, and I've never seen a timer on anything except that. They're like 1.0 timer, 12 hours. There's probably now like 8 hours. So I can't really give any news on what that's going to be like. But I'm sure it's just going to be a hot pile of mess.
You're going to have a desert?
Yeah, I think the desert's over there. I've been disappointed a couple of times today. Second, I looked up the news and it says, you can still get the beta for Monster Hunter. So I went to the PS4 to get the beta. I downloaded that shit. I started off and it says, I'm sorry, the beta's over. So that's two things that I was trying to do for this podcast. And I was disappointed. So other news. You got anything?
I got kinds of stuff, man. I'm waiting on you. You keep talking. You don't let a man speak.
Go ahead, speak. Go ahead. Give me your news. I'm just telling you my disappointment today for some news.
Friday, Eminem released a new album.
Oh, God.
I don't know if anybody knew this because I found out like 6 days after it came out. Holy hell, is he good. Jesus Christ. Like Eminem he's ridiculous on how talented he is as an individual who writes lyrics.
So he's just as good sober?
Dude, his songs on average in this album are going for like 5 minutes and 30 seconds, and 90% of it is lyrics. There's hardly any chorus. There's hardly any like them saying the same words over and over and over again. He's just going in. I don't know
Did he go Apple? Or is he one of those celebrities who likes to go just physical?
No. There's physical CDs. You can buy it tangible. I saw it at all.
That's what some celebrities like to go only physical. I don't know why. You never heard of that? I think Taylor Swift does that shit.
Well, her audience is predominantly country. Country
Doesn't use Apple.
No. Country music. No country.
But I mean,
people who listen to a lot of country music.
when is Taylor Swift considered country? She
but that's still her fan base. Her fan base is very much her.
I think she just doesn't like Apple. She's had a lot of problems with
her fan base is very much middle America. And my brother, my brother and I, we got into this conversation because my brother used to tour across the country when he was in a band. He was a manager for a small band. And he toured across the country, and he goes, "Brother, you have no idea how bad Wi-Fi and internet is in like North Dakota. He's like, it is easier to just go to the store and buy it rather than waiting the 15 hours it takes to download an album."
So then why did they go out of business, Blockbuster over there? You figure they'd be around still.
A lot of those places are. There's
Alaska has them.
Yeah, Alaska has them. No, but there's still a lot of places like the mom and pop stuff. Kind of like the other day I had to help my buddy move, and we were in the heart of Hialeah to get a rental truck.
What is that? Do you need a passport to go there?
Dude, there's like 5 DVD stores to rent. And
no shit, really?
Swear to God.
In Hialeah?
In Hialeah, they're mom and pop.
Last time I was in Hialeah, I was in a Subway, and some guy tried to sell me the pirated movies.
Yeah, man.
In a Subway.
That's what it is. So yeah.
So Eminem
released a new album. It's really good. If you're on it's very political though. FYI, I want to give that heads up, like, because he's very anti Donald Trump, and there's a lot of talk on racial profiling, things along those lines. So that may steer some people away. I mean, that's plain and simple. It just may.
You really think so? The people who listen to Eminem, I doubt.
Well, I mean, that was the big thing. Eminem basically he said, if you support Donald Trump and you listen to me and you don't know which one you want to like, I'll make it easy for you. And he said, "Fuck you." That took balls, man.
I don't.
That took, dude.
Wait, I'm thinking. You know what? Yeah, I picture some of the that clientele listening to Eminem, and now they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, and that's what happened there, but it's good. Where do we want to go from there? Television.
Are
you ready?
Go for it.
They're talking about bringing The Office back.
Why?
They're talking.
All those people are famous now.
They're talking about
all of them, even.
They're talking about rebooting it, revamping it, and bringing it back. Because NBC doesn't have anything.
They don't.
They really don't.
I'm trying to think what was the last. There is a show that I watched that is not that bad. Superstore.
Yeah, it's like a Walmart.
That is actually pretty fucking funny.
I mean, but
that's about it.
Yeah,
it reminds me a lot of The Office.
But NBC's they typically have that one show.
That's it, exactly.
They always have that one show. It was Seinfeld. It was Friends. It was The Office.
Grace. Look at that. They brought Will and Grace back. Did you know that?
Did they bring it back, or did Netflix bring it back?
No. NBC brought it back. How bad is that? That's like
they brought
sign of desperation.
Parks and Rec. They had, what was the
Community?
God, Community was so good.
And they let it go. They're so stupid.
But it ran its course. It should have been 4 seasons. It should have been.
Yeah.
It should have just been the main characters. Just him getting his degree, and that's it. That should have been it.
You know, as a Big Bang Theory fan like you don't think they stretching that show a little bit too much?
Oh, I've stopped watching Big Bang Theory a long time ago.
Yeah, it's like way too long now.
It's definitely run it ran its course. It was good in the beginning because it was very much us. It captured the aesthetic of the nerd. It characterized it. Don't get me wrong. There was a lot of stereotypes. There were a ton of stereotypes in it. And I can't deny it. And to a certain degree, it made nerds look bad.
Well, of course it did.
But at the same, it also,
I think I know what you're saying,
but I enjoyed it because it gave jokes that I could get that very few people can.
Yeah,
and
but
that's why I loved it. That was the aspect of it in which I loved. I loved being able to laugh at jokes
that nobody else would get.
Yes, that's where a lot of it.
You know where I felt like that in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah,
had a lot of inside jokes for comics and stuff like that nobody would get. But of course, Josh Whedon. He's so
oh my
awesome.
God, there was a joke I heard the other day. And it was that kind of joke where I had to explain it to my girlfriend, and she didn't get it because she's not part of that split universe. It was somebody playing a double entendre on pop culture and nerd culture at the same time. I can't remember what the hell it was.
You had to explain it. Only you laughed.
Yeah. Oh, I was dying. I was dying.
That happens a lot.
But you have to be witty and you have to be good like that. It's one of the reasons why Borderlands is so good.
Yeah.
I expect, and that's going to be, in my opinion, the 2018 E3 when they announce Borderlands. That's probably going to be the game.
It's going to be so awesome.
That's going to be the game where I lose my shit.
I want to get it for PC, but I'm going to hold off and probably buy it for console because all my friends are in console.
I mean, and
it's impossible to get a hold of Dylan. I can play with Trump, PUBG faster than I can get a hold of Dylan.
But here's the thing. Like, this is my question, and I'm being quite honest. What good is a game like Borderlands going to be on the PC?
It's true. I agree.
I could see why you'd be upset if it is something. I mean, I'll even go along the lines of the Division.
The only thing that I can say, graphic wise, is going to look the same. I think they're gonna pull it off, but only my PC people would understand that with a mouse, aiming is so much better. Then the 30 frames per second on a first-person shooter is a huge disappointment. It is. I'm sorry. You probably don't see it.
Oh no, I can see. I can tell.
60. PlayStation needs to make it 60. I don't want to see 30. It's cell shaded. No. I want 60. If it's cell shaded, it should be 60 because you're not using high-end textures and shit. I'll give you 30 if you're making it full 4K.
But the other thing is, a game like Borderlands is you're not precision aiming. You're just it's a lot of spray and pray. Like
yes.
I mean, I'm making the argument on why you shouldn't.
No, I understand what you're saying.
If it was Call of Duty, if it was Titanfall, if it's one of these games where like precision is everything and you really got to hit a motherfucker, then yeah, I could see the argument.
Yeah.
We're talking about mindless fun.
And it's with your friends, so if you miss, your friend's going to hit.
Yeah, and then with all the abilities and perks.
That's the reason I would play it.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to get it for console.
I'm looking forward to it for console because I feel like that's going to be a game where we will all play. At least for the first week. At least.
No, I think we'll play more.
No, but I mean, when we got the Division or when we get one of these games, we play for a couple days and then everybody kind of peters out because there are other things to play and we're playing backlogged games. We're not playing anything current.
Yeah.
And then with that, if Borderlands is going to be the new hotness, and it's going to be a game where we want to play through, it's going to be a game where we want to get the best gear, and it's. What I love about Borderlands is the ability to just drop in at any time.
Yeah.
I can
Just like that.
drop in and start playing. Even if I'm not even at that part, I can still drop in with my character.
And your character levels up faster if you're playing with a friend that's on a higher level.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll get killed.
Yeah, you'll get killed essentially, but you'll get your shit.
You'll level up real fast.
And then with that,
it's like the oh my god, Division.
yeah, you'll level up fast, and then you'll get the gear. And it always says the enemies are now stronger because there's more people, and you fight more
That's right,
enemies,
that's
and
right.
it's more enemies, more gear, and it wants you to play, and then we'll play the hell out of it, and then we'll stop playing because they're gonna release the DLC, and their DLCs are always fun.
They're awesome. Every time.
It's such a great franchise, and I'm glad that they've taken their time.
Who makes that? Gearbox?
Gearbox and Take-Two.
Gearbox sent me that. I'm not allowed to talk about it. Never mind.
Oh.
I'm like, I signed a waiver.
So there was.
So they're remaking The Office. That's so dumb.
Yeah, it is what it is. I don't feel.
I mean, what have I been watching in TV? I just finished Curb Your Enthusiasm. Still as good as it was about 6 years ago. The
He's
guy's
awesome.
a genius, man. I hope he never dies. He's a freaking genius under that bald head. He's just he says it like we all think it, you know. And Luis, I think that if you like Hamilton, or if you interested in Hamilton, you need to watch this season of Curb Your Enthusiasm. He actually gets Luis Miranda in the to make a play for him about fatwa. You know what fatwa means? Fatwa.
Fatwa? Yeah, it's an Islamic code.
It's a
It's
sentence
law.
to death. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no,
Islamic sentence to death.
Well, it's an Islamic law that they pander out of thin air.
Okay, well.
And then if you like break it, you can be killed for
Well,
it.
the whole season's about that. About Larry gets a fatwa from the Iranian leader. And then
Jesus Christ.
all these Muslims are trying to kill him. And then they tell him they'll let him live if he can make a play about fatwa. But the Islamic leader says, but it has to be Luis Miranda. What is his other last name? Well, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Luis Miranda. And they're like, how am I supposed to get him? He's doing Hamilton. It's the only way we'll let you live. It's pure genius.
Yeah,
Pure genius.
But I mean, that's what made Seinfeld so great, and it was
It was him.
No, it was
Him and Jerry, of course.
But taking the everyday nonsense that we put up with and seeing it through a whole new perspective, and through that though, I saw Seinfeld very young. I was my dad. You know, my dad was big into Seinfeld. My dad's very intellectual. He's a very smart man.
And I'm assuming he loved it.
And he loves Seinfeld. He loves Curb Your Enthusiasm, but because he exposed that to me at a young age, and I understood what a lot of people find funny, I can't find funny because that is like next level fun.
Oh yeah,
like
no,
and
that's why it was called a show about nothing.
But the aspect of it was so great, and there was this episode. My dad follows on Twitter. That's so weird for me to say. Like my dad, who's like coming up on 60s on Twitter.
How old is Donald Trump?
No, but like my dad's he's just a dork.
So, why do you think people don't use Facebook? Let me correct it. Why do you think that young people don't use Facebook anymore? Because all the old middle age are there now.
Anyways, my dad's on this Twitter, and people submit ideas because Seinfeld could be a contemporary show. It's a show that technically could never end because there's always something relevant in pop culture.
Could go forever.
Right. So he's on this Twitter feed where people submit ideas on what would be a great episode for Seinfeld.
I need that. I need to know what that is.
And one of the episodes was George goes into the Apple store, logs on the Facebook and forgets to log off, and they change all his shit. I was dying.
That'd be a good episode.
That'd be a great episode. And it's that kind of comedy, and when you think about it, and you think about the characters, and you think about the way people react, I mean, shit, you can get in the way the make this whole Me Too movement into a funny fucking
Anything can
Anything.
be changed into that.
yeah, and that's also the beauty of comedy. That's where comedy's supposed to go. It's supposed to push boundaries. That's one of the reasons why I know a lot of people may not like when I say Louis C.K., but Louis C.K. stopped doing college shows because kids would get offended. It's like, fuck you, man. This is a comedy. Like that's the idea about it. You're supposed to be able to take the situation and laugh about it, not be in your feelings. And this is one of the reasons why so many people there's so many problems. And what you got to watch.
And SNL gets criticized because they keep up to date too.
Yeah, man.
I mean it's been around since the 70s. They're not going to change it now.
Nah, eat a dick, man, and eat a fat one. Eat a bag of dicks.
What the fuck? Okay.
So
What? What else?
Ghost Recon
Ghost Recon.
getting a Predator DLC.
That looks really good.
Did you see the video that I sent?
Yeah,
You saw it?
I saw it.
They did it
They did it right.
perfectly.
And his
It makes you want to play, doesn't it? Tell me as soon as you saw it, you're like, fuck, I want to play.
yeah, I would get, and it's only for a limited time. It's not a DLC or anything.
Oh, that's only a limited time?
Yeah, it's like a week.
Oh,
You got 1 week to hunt down the Predator,
that sucks.
and then you get all the
gear.
all the gear and stuff, and that's it. It's not a DLC or anything like that. But
Oh, that sucks.
But
How much is it? I gotta.
I'm thinking, man, you're playing and then you see the dots on you. Oh,
But that's the thing.
and then you hear the voice, the repeat voice, repeating it back.
Wait, hold on. Wait, let me get a sip of my drink. I can do the sound.
Yeah. You're driving the dogs mad.
No, but
Yeah,
dude, I love the Predator. The Predator is one of my favorite.
you got to work as a team.
Oh, dude, and the way they had it, it was just like picking them off left and right.
This is my idea. Because I believe Ghost Recon, you can talk through the mics.
Yeah.
It should be when the Predator kills you, it cuts off your mic.
That'd be
Yes
awesome.
or no?
That'd be sweet.
No communication. You've lost total communication with your I mean, like, people are gonna cheat and call you on a cell phone or something, but still, you cut off from the communication, so you don't know where he got killed, what happened, or whatever.
And I love the gear.
And then you're just there by yourself.
I love the gear. I love the fact that you can look like all the characters from the Predator movie. You can look like Arnold. You can look like
Oh yeah,
you didn't notice that? Like, you got the cowboy hat.
I didn't
like,
even know the mayor. What's
like
his name?
Jesse the
Was
Body.
it?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was there. Jesse Ventura. Right?
Yeah, Jesse the Body Ventura.
I can't believe he was in that.
Yeah, dude, that's when I was a little kid.
This
could be
saw
one of the
movie.
reasons why I'm so fucked up. No, when I was a little kid, I used to watch that movie on repeat. I would put it in my VCR, I would hit play, and I would rewind it and watch it again. And I was like 7 years old.
I can still remember when he took that mask off,
Oh, that was so. I was like,
and he's like, "Oh, you're one ugly motherfucker."
Dude, the one-liners in that movie, he takes that goddamn machete pocket knife that he has, because for Arnold it looks like a pocket knife, and for us the size of our fucking
Bro,
and he throws it at the guy. Stick around.
When I was a kid, I remember when Terminator came out. You know, when he, they showed Terminator when he walked in. And anybody approached them, they would have to look up to look at Arnold.
Yeah.
You know, and the way they filmed it, and they looked like the Terminator was huge.
Well, Arnold's a tall dude.
He's tall.
Man.
Well, either way, every time that somebody was gonna punch him or something, they look up and they see this massive man. And in that movie, Arnold looks up.
Oh no, the Predator grabbed him by the throat and held him to
and lift him up like nothing. It was such a disappointment when it was Danny Glover. In part 2, but Danny Glover, did you see 2?
Yeah,
he put up a fight.
I liked 2. I'm one of the few people that like 2, but I like 2 because the Predator had all kinds of new toys. Like, I've always been an individual who rooted for the bad guys. Like, I'm this makes me a fucked up person. As a kid growing up, I always thought Cobra was cooler than G.I. Joe.
Yeah,
I thought Skeletor was cooler than He-Man.
yeah.
I thought what was it? I thought his Black Panther was cooler than Sabercat. I thought Starscream was the cooler Transformer.
But you're not gonna say Mumra was better than the Thundercats.
Oh, no.
Mumra was weak.
No.
I can't believe he was in that. That's crazy.
I, 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 And then I loved the Predator, and I was upset when he died at the end, and I was upset at Predator 2 when he died at the end.
Bro, but
And then I was a fan of the Terminator. It was one of the reasons why, as a kid growing up, Terminator 2 is one of my favorite movies because you took the bad guy and you made him a good guy. So that
a father-like figure.
that was awesome. And then
Bro, in part 2, my favorite part of part 2 was when he killed the Predator. He stabbed him.
Oh.
And the Predator finally falls off and, he
Yeah.
drops dead. And then the rest of the Predators comes out and
Like
Danny Glover stands up and he says, "Who's next?
yeah, what are you gonna do? What else are you gonna do?
Who's next?"
What are you gonna do? But I that was always me as a kid. So I think it's really cool that they're doing this DLC. It sucks if it's gonna be timed. I gotta get.
It is
I
timed.
gotta get my ass to a red box.
It is time.
And at least play it.
I think it's for like a week or 2 weeks or something like that. I mean, don't they do that a lot with certain games where once it's gone, it's gone. That's it. Which really sucks.
Well, I mean, Hitman's gonna be like that. Hitman has that where you have a certain amount of time to get kills, and then that's it.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. I mean, that gets people to come back, though.
Oh no, and I enjoy those features in games sometimes and other times, but it's you damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like because when you miss, you're like fuck man, I missed it, and you catch feelings and you're all upset. Other times like this, it's like fuck, this is all. It gives you that reason to go back and play, and we talk about it a lot. And once again, with Grand Theft Auto, with Titanfall, with Rainbow Six.
I've been playing Grand Theft Auto. I've been playing it a little bit. I haven't played online yet.
But a lot of those, that's what keeps bringing them back. Is just give me a reason to keep playing. I
mean, I don't see Grand Theft Auto 6 for a while.
No, somebody brought that up, and I'm like, in what world?
Well, I told you the 6 is there. It's going to be a female mayor or whatever, a female cast or something like that, but. And that's gonna be forever,
Oh no, dude!
If they're gonna perfect it, like they did for 5, and they haven't even come out with Red Dead Revolver, so I'm 37. I'm thinking about I'm 42. If I don't have arthritis or anything, I guess I can play Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yeah, man. No, that's Red Dead's gonna be awesome. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, that's
Red Dead's gonna be good. So speaking of old games, a game that old podcast. I don't know if it was even before we were actually doing podcasts.
Which one?
I was talking about that I was getting a little excited because Golden Palace was something I brought up from an Atlas game called Catherine.
Oh yeah,
Catherine 1.5, aka Catherine full
That's
body.
Big news, bro. I want
Dude. That makes me so happy.
And the reason I get to play it because it's like a high def.
Yeah,
they're making it.
Well. It's probably jumping into 60 frames per second. That's one thing. They're cleaning it up. They're making it pretty. But what the big thing about this game is, and I'm excited for it, I say it's 1.5 because
the DLC or something.
They're adding a new character to the game.
What?
There's a third love interest in this game that wasn't in the original, that wasn't DLC. So they're expanding on the game. That game had 6 different endings. I played it all the way through 6 times. I have all 6 endings, and there was only one ending that I didn't like, and it was called the very bad ending. It was the very bad ending was really stupid, but all the other endings were really good.
Always the bad ending is stupid. Most of the time, the bad ending is stupid.
But it was really like if the first time I played all the way through on my own, I got because you choose between 2 different women.
That's like Resident Evil 7, which we'll get to that.
And I got all the way to the end, and I got the very good ending with the normal girlfriend.
Okay.
So I got the best ending that way. And that was just me on my own. And when they're like, well, you got the very best ending, I was like, sweet.
It told you that?
Yeah. Well, kind of, sort of, yeah.
What was the first game to do the best ending? Do you remember? Well, I might be wrong, but it was one of the first. You probably didn't play it because you were a Genesis guy.
Oh, if it's Super Nintendo, then no. What was it?
It was Metroid.
Oh, yeah.
You would get Samus in her underwear. I still remember that. But then, I mean, you had to get like the perfect ending or something like that. She was in her underwear. What am I gonna say? She was without her suit and she was in her underwear.
Yeah.
But they changed that now. Now she has like another suit underneath or something like that.
I remember the reveal that she was a girl, and
People were like, "Oh no!"
it was, but then again, it wasn't, and that's where the idea of not forcing a female protagonist, that was big for me. I hate when I feel like it's we're doing this because of we're trying to make the field even.
You think?
I
don't
hate
think they
games.
did.
I hate games like
I
that.
think you just did it because.
No. I don't feel that they did.
no, no.
I just feel that they just did it just to do it, which is fine. I'm cool with that. My big thing is when I look at a game like Hellblade, I don't feel like they shoehorned in a woman.
Did you play Hellblade?
I didn't play it, but from what I'm seeing,
What do you mean by shoehorn?
like they forced it in.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't feel that way. That's what I'm saying. I don't feel that way. To a certain degree, I feel that way about Horizon. I feel like they kind of forced a woman into that role. You can call me anti-progressive, you can call me sexist, it feels like it, and it's it's such a great game, and it's so revered.
I see it.
But I feel like that game is more about the women and focusing in on gender equality. That's an opinion. That's not.
No, I mean you're right. I mean Ninja Theory, which was the ones who did Hellblade.
Yeah.
Don't think most of their games have been female leads? God, what was that game with a redhead for PlayStation 3 exclusive? Heavenly Sword.
Was that a Ninja Theory game?
Yeah, that was a Ninja Theory game. Ninja Theory is not the one who makes the Ninja Gaiden, right? That's
I thought that was Ninja Theory.
No, Ninja Theory is the ones who made. Oh my God. Now you're making me doubt myself.
I don't know. I'm saying
Who made?
I thought it was Ninja Theory. I thought that's the reason why they went with that name.
No.
Because Acclaim was the company. God, Acclaim. I haven't even said that name in a long time.
Ninja Theory did Hellblade. They did DMC, Devil May Cry.
Okay.
Enslaved, which was really good. Did you ever play Enslaved?
Yeah, I played Enslaved.
And Heavenly Sword.
Okay.
So Heavenly Sword was awesome.
Heavenly Sword was really good.
For that era, it was groundbreaking.
Oh yeah,
I couldn't believe.
And I remember when I played it. I remember I bought it, and when I got it, it was in the infancy of PlayStation 3. It was supposed to be a launch title, but because Xbox wanted to release their shit early, and that game wasn't ready.
I think we were confusing it with Team Ninja. Team Ninja is the one who makes Ninja Gaiden, which is really tough and But yeah, God, it was really good. Oh my God, I for $30, what you can pull off, you don't need multiplayer. That proves you don't need multiplayer.
So what's the deal with the headphones? Do you have to play? Do you have to play with headphones?
If you want to be immersed to see what it's like to have psychosis, yes. For some people, it could be annoying. But I mean, name one crazy person who likes the voices in their head. No one, right?
Exactly.
It's an annoying. It's annoyance. The first, I want to say it's 6 minutes to 10. She's in a canoe going to wherever that she's going, and that whole 6 minutes, it's just voices. That's it. You're talking in the voices. That's it, and it could be for some people they'll turn it off.
Yeah.
But I mean that's what it is.
That's what made the game.
That's what made I mean she's got psychosis. It's not. But when you put those headphones on, man.
Yeah.
I mean they sound like they're right there, and they sound far. Or they sound close. Some sound like a whisper. Some sound like they're right beside you. Get good headphones. Don't get some cheap headphones if you want to hear it. Like don't put iPhone headphones on or whatever.
Yeah.
You have to have the ones that cover your ear. Anyway, any other news?
I I had something, but I can't remember.
Well, while you think about it, I'm going to talk about the new DLC for Resident Evil 7.
Oh, okay.
Resident Evil 7, 2 DLCs. Not a Hero with Chris Redfield and End of Zoe with Uncle Joe.
Okay.
Uncle Joe is fucking amazing. I just call him Uncle Joe because it's Zoe's uncle. He is fucking awesome, bro. Think of some hillbilly. There's two types of hillbillies. There's the hillbilly that is a hillbilly and they progress and they have jobs and they're just, you know, in the middle of nowhere, but they have jobs and they have big houses and whatever. And then you got the hillbilly who lives by himself in a fucking swamp, who feeds off squirrels and gators and doesn't have a job. He just lives off the swamps. That's Joe. Bro, this man is amazing. Amazing. The whole DLC, the whole entire DLC is just his fists. The whole game is just him fist punching. And when he beats the shit out of them, he goes like, take that. The fuck you. And if you sneak up on them and you break their neck, he goes like, hell yeah, motherfucker. He's awesome, bro. He is amazing. And then you have the I don't know what to what's the word I'm looking for when there's this constant, you know, Resident Evil is known for having that constant bats guy, the nemesis type of monster who follows you around. He fights him hand to hand and the monster fights him hand to hand. It's a humanoid type of monster. I'm not going to say who it is, but it's a humanoid type of monster that fights him. And when they fight, you know, punching and stuff like that. And it goes like, when you do a move to him, he does a pow driver. I said, what's wrong, sweetheart? You okay? And then if he does it to you, he's like, damn, girl, you hit hard. He is amazing, bro. You will love it's like about 40-minute long. Bro, he is so awesome in so many ways, and you don't get a gun throughout the whole thing. He makes spears. The spears are one-hit kill because you have to go through the water, and there's gators that are like mutated. That's a one-hit kill. If the gator gets you, you're dead. So you need those type of spears to get through the water. But the monsters, he punches them in the face, and then the insults are so unbelievable. Yeah, get it done. Yeah, he's so cool. He's got like a big bushy beard, and he's ripped. You know, he's an old man, but he's ripped. He's the brother of the dad from the house.
Okay.
Because you know,
yeah,
you play the game, right? You never got to see Zoe.
No, well,
Zoe calls you because you're in the house now where the mom is, right? So she tells you there's a cure. You have to go and get it in the house.
Well, no,
the lady who keeps calling you.
That's Zoe.
That's Zoe, the one who put your arm back together.
Okay. Well, wasn't it Ada in the demo?
In the demo, it was Ada.
And yeah, and that's where a lot of, I mean, don't spoil shit.
That was in the demo. It wasn't Ethan though. It was the cameraman.
Was it?
Yeah, because Ethan gets to the beginning of the game and finds the van there. The van of the newscast people. But that guy escaped. I think you find a piece of paper that says that the news reporter escaped.
Oh.
Oh, it's all connected. The demo wasn't like the news people got there. Well, it wasn't news people. It was a paranormal group or whatever. Oh, I see what I remember. You read the report and it says that he escaped, the cameraman, and they did a drug test on him and they found meth in him. So they saw like he was drugged or whatever. So that no one went to investigate because they just thought he was high. But that explains why nobody went back to the house and checked out what was going on. Damn, man, that guy was so cool. And then eventually the monsters get too strong. You know how Resident Evil gives you the Magnum?
Yeah.
You know, they always give you that awesome weapon when it's towards the end. They give him like this robot arm. Not, you know, like an exoskeleton type of thing. And he puts it on his left arm. Bro, he punches that thing. He punches people. He punches through rocks and stuff like that. Really awesome game.
Yeah.
And then Not a Hero with Chris Redfield. It was good. I mean, the this is what I think the purpose of Not a Hero is. You can still make, which people are gonna hate this. You can still make a Resident Evil 6 type of style game,
right,
with those graphics. Now, I'm not saying it's gonna be like Resident Evil 6, but
No,
you can make it purely action, horror, actual horror
Yeah.
action.
Yeah.
Is that right? I mean, because it does have the survival horror aspect on it, but not as bad when you play Ethan. When you play Ethan, you could barely find anything.
right.
You know,
No,
you,
yeah.
you don't have anything around. Chris has an automatic shotgun that just blows anything away. You kill those bad guys. Those bad guys, I remember Ethan had a really hard time killing them, the ones that were
Yeah.
like slime. One shot in the head and he's dead with Chris. You know, and then there's other guns that you have to put special bullets to kill the monsters that morph back together. And other than that, you know, Chris finds a mask that covers him from gas. He has night vision, so
But I mean,
it's action oriented more.
But that's
It's not scary.
Right, but that's the beautiful thing of it. That's you know, we were talking about it in one of our first podcasts about how after you beat Resident Evil and after you've gone through, then you play it like an action adventure game.
Yeah.
You no longer play it like a survival horror. And I
Exactly.
mean, you know, you would unlock a minigun. You remember unlocking the minigun? You'd unlock the rocket launcher.
You played the game pretty fast. You give you a special weapon. That was like the Magnum Unlimited.
Yeah,
Unlimited the rocket launcher. I mean, I think 5 was the one who had the most stuff. If you beat the game fast, you would get something special. You get the cool costumes and stuff like that, and it's no longer scary because you already know where the monsters are.
Yeah. So
it does become like but
and I'm fine. I'm fine with that. Just make sure the first go is a good go. You know what I mean?
yeah. So I was kind of worried about Resident Evil 2 being like that, but they could pull it off. If it's gonna be like Chris's demo, then yes, it would work.
Well,
Because remember, Resident Evil 1 was scary in the aspect that it was nothing like that before. But 2 had stuff that made you jump, but it wasn't. You already knew zombies. You already knew the liquors. You already knew the type of. It still was a survival horror.
No, but I mean, you can't tell me. So you remember part 2 when you go down and you're in the facility underneath the police station
Yeah.
and you saw the hunters and they were frozen.
Yeah, and you knew that eventually.
And you're like, fuck me.
Yeah.
And then you made it warm and then they were no longer there and you were like, oh, shit.
Or you were talking about when they were in the tubes and stuff like that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then you're like, okay, now they're going to pop out.
Yeah, but you didn't know where they were coming. That's...
Yeah,
you knew. I mean,
they're giving you the warning, but you don't know when.
Yeah, and that shit.
It was like that. I remember the first time I saw the whole game of Resident Evil 2 in the first half an hour. I'm waiting for the dogs because the dogs always scare me because they're so hard to aim at them. And then you go to the garage and there they are, the dogs.
Yep.
They were so you see I remember. You actually go to the canine room and you see that the cages already have they're torn open, and I was like, okay, so now the dogs are gonna be here somewhere.
Yeah.
And then you hear the dog walk,
Yeah.
and then it goes, and then you know that thing is coming at you because it doesn't make a sound. I was like, oh,
Here comes rape.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, I guess Resident Evil 2 could be done with that engine and it still be good. I still want it third person, but I'll take it.
I mean,
I'll take it.
I'll take
I mean,
it.
I'd rather take Resident Evil 4 type of.
No, I'll take.
No, you wouldn't take a Dead Space style. Resident Evil 2 Dead Space style.
Oh no,
that's
no. I get it.
It's
I
not
get it.
fair to compare like that. That's a sci-fi horror.
No,
right?
yeah, no. But you're talking visual.
Visually, and
Yeah.
it's more when you see the character, you see less. You don't
I
see
would
the-
like, honestly, to a certain degree, what I'm hoping for. I know I'm reaching. What I'm hoping for, to a certain degree, is more city. You have to kind of spend some more time outside of the. There was something comforting knowing that you were in the police station. I know that sounds crazy.
No, I know what you mean.
Because that beginning part when you're in the gun shop,
And they're coming from everywhere.
oh, dude, that was some shit, man. And you walk past the basketball court, and it's, dude, that right there, Resident Evil 2 is one of my favorite games.
I'm like, oh, okay, I get to play with someone, and then you have the truck crashes and then you're separated by the fire. It's like, well, okay, I guess I'm by myself. And then you go through there. Oh, that game would be so awesome if two people could play at the same time.
Yeah.
It would be amazing. And no communication, whatever. I mean,
No, you all know it'd be great? Walkie talkies. But it has battery life.
yeah, that would be awesome. Yes, I like that. I mean, battery life would be annoying, but they did that for Silent Hill, remember? Silent Hill, you can run out of battery in the flashlight. Oh, my God, bro. Remember that elevator scene in Silent Hill 2?
No, I didn't.
You're going up an elevator, and then the battery just runs out of your flashlight, and everything goes pitch dark. I'm like, oh, my God, what is... You turn the light on, and then they're there. Oh, whatever the hell those things were.
The other thing is Dead Space 1, which... I don't know which Dead Space is my favorite. I love Dead Space 1. If you beat that game, I think if you get the Platinum trophy, I don't know if you have to get the Platinum to get it, but you got this cop uniform where the mask made a skull and it was all black and white, and it gave you like superior armor. And then the other thing was whatever gear you had left in the trunk, in the trunk, I don't remember what they called it, but that would be there in playthrough too. So, oh my God. And all
you could
your
actually,
guns.
Yeah, you could
and
actually make it way more powerful.
All your guns were upgraded, dude. I think I played it like 4 or 5 times all the way through with the same playthrough.
I remember getting, of course, it's the weakest of the three, the outfit from Dragon Age. It was so awesome.
I'm surprised you don't have that for the PC. That'd be a game. Dead Space?
I do have 1 and 2, not 3.
I would have them, and I would see what kind of...
EA gives them to you for free.
On Origin.
On Origin.
Yeah.
But it's the same. I mean...
But
when you get it on Steam, you have to go through Origin.
Yeah. Well, no, but with that, I would see what kind of mods they have. And when I say mods, I'm talking graphic enhancements.
I'm sure there's a shitload.
I've shown you what they did with Grand Theft Auto 4. You can't tell me that doesn't look like a game that was made last week.
Yeah, no.
And the modding community, that's where Envy comes into play as far as being a console gamer. The modding community is something that's amazing, and at the same time, it's the reason why I can't
help out, bro.
It's the reason why I can't be PC, because when I know that I can get ultra 4K graphics because some guy tweaks and mods it at a level that is. It's just going to make your computer catch on fire.
There's a guy who went back and went from the very beginning of Mass Effect 2 and remade the game with high definition textures. Do you know how long that takes? He went back in and did everything on 4K, everything. And you put that in there, it's like another 100 gigs in your game. Do you know the dedication that you have to... First of all, you must really like that game to remake it.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean,
you can't just...
That's something I would love to see with Skyrim.
They do it with Skyrim.
No, I know.
Skyrim has all kinds of mods.
Well, the one thing... I don't know if you've ever seen this. There is... Hold on.
Some of the mods that people made were implemented into the remake or whatever you call it.
Well, no, there's oh my God. So when we're done here, I want you to video it, and I'll post the link on YouTube. I'm not on YouTube, on Twitter. There's something that literally I'm going, when it comes out, it hasn't come out yet, and I'm going to invest in this. It's a group of like 12 people who have taken Skyrim, because Skyrim has this is why Bethesda is such a great company. They give you the designer tools so you can make whatever. Mm-hmm. They went, and these people are recreating Morrowind from the ground up.
They must really love this game.
Well, I mean, but Morrowind is such a huge game, and it's such a great game.
Still,
now check this out. They're doing it from the ground up. You can, if you want to, you have like a mic and stuff. They are asking like the community to speak, to like read dialogue, and they'll put your voice and they'll accredit you as a voice actor if you want a voice for a character or something along those lines. they're constantly getting help from all over, but they've created 100% like what the gear would look like because Morrowind came out on the original Xbox. So you're talking 3 console generations later. They've created all of that. They've created monsters. They've gone and said, okay, so this is what it would look like. Let's make it like Skyrim. And from there, you can take your Skyrim character, and there's going to be a thing that says go to Morrowind, and you hop on a boat, and when you get to the boat,
What?
you start Morrowind from the beginning with your character from Skyrim, and then you can go back to, you can jump.
That's insane. That's crazy.
That is insane. That is fucking crazy. That's one of those things where every time I see like Bethesda, I always wonder if they're going to say that they've actually funded these 12 people or so, and they're like, hey,
I don't think so, but yeah.
you know what I mean? Like these people have undertook it.
At least give him a job.
Yeah, no. When we see this, when I show you what these people have done with Morrowind and Skyrim, it's insane. It's Jesus. It's
Can't wait.
It's insane. Like literally, this is one of those things that would make me buy a PC because Skyrim in and of itself, I have 4 level 60 characters. Do you know how long it takes to make a level 60 character?
I'm sure a lot.
You're crossing the threshold of 100+ hours, and I have 4 of them.
You know, I still haven't finished Skyrim.
Oh no, I've never finished it either.
What?
I have 4. Yeah,
I swear, I thought you were.
because of all of the characters the thing is I had it on PlayStation. Then my PlayStation, I had the Fat Boy PlayStation, and I got the yellow light. You remember the yellow light of death?
Yeah, I remember. You have to send that in, right?
But yeah, that was because it was the Fat Boy, and if you blocked off the cooling vents, it melted the inside because it ran so hot.
I
Yeah.
watched GameStop listening to this shit. I turned one in that was bad, and they didn't catch it. It would take a pixel, and it would stretch out the mesh. Only people who know 3D would know the CG stuff. It'll grab the pixel up, and the mesh will come out of the body, so it will have like one giant spike. So whenever you're walking, like it would be random. Like when I played Batman Arkham City, like a horn coming out of him that was about 10 miles long. So whenever you turn, this whole spike would move around, and it only would happen if you played more than 10 minutes because it overheat,
Right.
and it was affecting the CPU because it was a Fat Boy.
Yeah.
So I turned it in, and the guy, they check it,
Yeah.
and I'm sweating bullets because they check it, and then they put a game, and I'm like looking at it like, fuck, man, just confirm that it works before the fucking 10 minutes are up. And he's taking his sweet time. I'm like, oh God, any second now the horn's gonna come out, and like he put a car game. I was like looking. He's like, oh, it looks like it's good. All right. I was like, yes. And if you bought that system, I'm sorry.
No, you're not. Don't even
I
lie.
feel bad for you.
So, and then
Okay.
my buddy had it on the 360.
360.
So I played it on his.
Man, Skyrim's been around since the 360.
And then
What?
And then I bought it again for the PlayStation.
That's insane.
And then I made a female character, and I have Skyrim HD for the 4 that I have yet to put in.
Have you put it on 4K to see what it looks like?
I'm scared to put it in because I know what Skyrim is to me. Skyrim is crack. Like
Just put it on, man.
No, literally, it is.
What if it has like HDR support and shit?
Dude, it has mod support. I know that for a fact.
Well, yeah.
I'm scared to put it in. Like
Just put it on.
It is one of my. It is. We've had the conversation. What is
You have an 80-inch, 70-inch,
75?
75-inch? You haven't tried that game out on a 75-inch screen?
I got it mounted on the wall.
What was the screen before that?
65.
65. There's a difference.
Well,
10 inches.
well, my TV is a 60, and then my other TV is a 65.
What was the size that you last
60.
played it in? Oh man, come on, 15 inches more?
I know.
I don't even know what it. I mean,
So that being said,
Disappoint me.
I'm scared to put it on, but because I know what it is. I know what Skyrim is.
You got to go to school.
I lose hours of my life, hours, and I'm one of these. And you can Google it. I'm a Skyrim hoarder, dude. I take everything. I have a chest in my house with soul.
The chests don't transfer, right?
No,
They don't.
nothing transfers. But
Yeah.
I have so much gold and crowns, and I'm just like I'm the king of the world in that game, man. There's
I need to
no
play.
stopping.
I need to finish that game.
Skyrim is it is one of the best games ever created.
And yeah, I can't believe I never passed it.
And now with that, you're going to give me an entire new game predicated on Skyrim that, let me tell you, people in the PC world have told me, you like Skyrim, you never played Morrowind. Morrowind is 8 times what Skyrim was as far as a game goes and story and quest.
What are the odds we're gonna get another Elder Scroll?
No, they got another game coming out before.
What?
It's a new IP. They already announced 2 new IPs.
Why did they do this?
Bethesda knows what they're doing. They got 2 new IPs that are in that Skyrim Fallout realm of vastness.
I hate them now. You're banned. Nah, they come up with a Fallout, I'm gonna get it. If they come, whether it's good or bad, Doom, everything they come out, I always get, no matter what. I yet to see something that really sucks.
No, yeah.
Even Fallout 4 wasn't that bad.
I wasn't a fan.
It wasn't a 3.
But
it wasn't bad.
I say to everybody what I constantly say is that when it went out, when you were doing dialogue and it went out where he's talking, he's like, "Well, I don't think so." I'm like,
That's a weird.
I didn't like the transition. It wasn't that. That isn't the Fallout Skyrim world I know, and I didn't like it.
The way I would have changed it is not to show his face.
I just didn't like
I would
it.
have liked it if he answered, but you don't see his face.
Right.
Like Resident Evil 7, the guy talked. You never saw him.
Right. No. And that's what
Everything's
Skyrim
first
did.
person.
Yeah, that's what Skyrim did. That's what Fallout 3 did.
So I mean, I don't see why they have to do that third person view. I didn't like that because his face was weird.
Yeah. No. I didn't. I wasn't a fan. Honestly, I wasn't a fan of that aspect. And the other thing
But it was still better than Mass Effect Andromeda.
The other thing I didn't like about it was I felt that they gave you all the guns immediately.
I guess. I mean,
I feel with a game with that much customization, it should have been there should have been a lot more, and there wasn't.
What I don't like is the fucking map. I hate the map.
Oh, the map.
I really hate it. There's no way. I mean, don't babysit me. If you want to make it a big map, that's fine. But at least give me an area where if you bump in there, it's like, I don't know. You found the map that some guy put that says, do not keep away from this area, or give you levels or something like that. Because you venture in and then you have like this crazy, I don't know.
I understand. I understand what you're saying. I just, there were just aspects of it that I just wasn't a fan of. But the people who love that game, they swear up and down by it.
They love it.
And
they do mods for it too.
The other thing is I've never fully invested into building a sanctuary, building an area up and modding it to like some crazy kind of area. And that's one of those things where it's like, I've done meth before and I'm not a fan of it. I'm not going back. You know what I mean? And when I say I've done meth, like that's Skyrim shit. Like I don't want to do it because I won't sleep. I just won't. Like you got to know your threshold, man, and that's something. No, I'm good.
E3 should be interesting this year.
E3 is going to be E3's.
I might just fly there, just for shits and giggles.
E3 is going to be, in my opinion, especially with what's coming out early, with God of War, with Red Dead. E3 has a lot to.
We can go this year.
I know.
We can go with media or with the public. Either way, you got to make the line. because now it's everybody.
No, I know.
Most of the media people who've been interviewed and stuff, they said that last year was really bad. There's a lot of people. Or what's it? There was little people. I don't remember what it was. I think it was little. Like, it wasn't so congested because people didn't want to go because it was open for the public.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's what they were saying. It was like,
Anything else?
what happened to the booth girls?
Mm.
I remember being in my 20s and saying, "Oh, that's why you go to E3.
That's why you got to eat.
That's where you go.
Japanese girls and
That's
schoolgirl
where you go.
outfits.
That's where you go, and that's where you go." And then they said, "No, that's sexist." So I said, put guys up there. I don't care.
We're gonna put Then they did the airport hangar, and everybody was pissed off at E3. Like, why the fuck are we here?
And then when people started complaining, then they got rid of the regular people. They was like, okay, only media. There you go. They changed it little by little, but it was causing a lot of problems having those people there, and now nobody's going. Hence, why they're trying to bring the public back.
Well, I mean, you have PAX, you have South by Southwest.
Yeah, no, and
you
I'm
have
not
the
talking
video
about
game awards. You have there's so many outlets now.
I'm talking about companies are pulling out. They're not going to E3.
Well, once again, there's so many places to showcase, and
Nintendo was the first one, but I think Nintendo did it out of embarrassment first.
yeah, I no, but E3 is one of the greatest. That time period, that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is such a happy time. It really is. I mean, especially because I'm a teacher. E3 is always the first week out of school. It's always that first week out of school.
Is it?
It is. It is. That's my first Monday
So
off.
they know when they're doing it.
Oh yeah, they always know when they're doing it. It's the first Monday off. I look forward to it. But it's awesome. The idea of all the reveals and all the games that are coming out.
Remember how hard it was to find? I remember it was, first of all, it was really impossible to find out what was in E3. Then the internet came by. I used to order DVDs from this import company that would make all the E3 stuff, and then you would get it there by mail. And then they stopped making that because the internet got big. And then with the internet, you could see it at IGN. And then they started having with the G4.
Oh, that was great.
G4 was
that was awesome. I loved that. That was when we'd hang out all day long.
Yeah. They had everybody. They had the X Play. Was it X Play?
Yeah.
And they had
Jeff.
Attack of the Show. Olivia Munn
and Jeff Knightley.
I forgot his name.
Yeah, he does the video game awards.
No, it wasn't him.
That's
It
Attack
was
of the
one
Show.
of them. No, Attack of the Show is not him. It was some other guy. I don't remember his name.
Okay.
He's a big nobody now. Olivia Munn got big and he got small.
But I mean, it was all of them. They would interview. The people who revealed their game. You would find out more about the game. It was very personal. They would have the Twitter feed and you could see your tweets come up on the screen.
Everything was.
And it was so good. And they did that for they did that for like 2 or 3 years, and then they stopped.
And they were the kings. They go there. They have the biggest booth, and everybody was there.
Everybody was there, and everybody wanted to interview.
They stopped it because I don't know why people stopped watching G4.
Well, because they stopped doing content. It was cops. It was like 12 hours.
No, because
of cops.
nobody was watching. I'm telling you, they ain't having enough.
But it was also not on a cable program.
Yeah,
it wasn't on a syndicated. It was extra. You had to pay extra. It wasn't part of the package. You didn't get G4 with everything else. You got G4.
But I used to watch it religiously.
Yeah, no, it was
every day I would watch Attack of the Show. And before, how they tell you the top 5 YouTube videos, Attack of the Show is where you would go see it.
And it was awesome.
It was. Man, I remember the last episode. Man, that sucked. I think they have something like that now on Twitch. But I mean, you don't need it now. Like going back after G4, eventually you would go into the internet, and now you can just see it anywhere.
Yeah,
you can see it in any YouTube channel.
but it's the YouTube channels are streaky, and
what are we watching on PlayStation?
Yeah, but even still, like this is running on 4K, but because we're streaming, it doesn't look like it's streaming 4K.
I don't care about the 4K.
But that's the big. I mean, that's the big deal. You're supposed to be able to see how beautiful it is. And when I see pixels because we're streaming, it's not.
We'll watch it on the computer if you want.
What do you want me to do? Sit on your lap?
We should. You sit right there. You know what? I think we should go to your house this year since you have the 75-inch TV.
Heyo.
Ayo. Anyway, anything else?
No, I think that's it. I mean, unless we missed something, we
need to do next week. We definitely have to do the
game of the year.
The game of the year.
No.
Meh. We have to.
Well, I
they
mean,
need to know.
But this was also a very short week. I mean, we recorded on Friday, and we're back at it on Wednesday.
True.
So we only had about 4 days to pass.
So God knows what news is coming out tomorrow that we're not going to talk about on Friday. Because I'm posting this on Friday.
Ayo.
Ayo.
All right, guys.
All right. Take care.
Love, peace, happiness.